Hi, I'm Dr. Rupert Suckling. I'm the Director of Public Health here in Doncaster. You may have seen last week that our colleagues at the CCG ran a big weekend of vaccinations, and over the course of the weekend over 6,000 people were given either their first or second shot. More pop-up clinics operating in the coming weeks will be announced, and advise you to check the CCG's website for latest information and availability. However, like most places across the country, we have now seen a continuing rise in cases, and our cases are rising fairly quickly, doubling roughly every 9 to 10 days. While our rates continue to be high, hospital admissions thankfully are low, with currently only 9 people in the acute hospital receiving care for COVID, and none of those are in ITU. Our local rates stand at well over 100 per 100,000, and last time we saw figures this high was back in March, and at that time we saw almost 80 people in hospital being treated with COVID. This is good evidence that the vaccination programme is breaking the link between having the infection and requiring hospital care. In addition to the rates increasing, we've also seen the percentage of people who have a positive test increase up to almost 5%. And what this tells me that our rates are increasing, and this is due to community transmission and not just due to a change in our testing process or strategy. Over half of all our cases that we're seeing are in the 10 to 29-year-old age group, so largely in those people who have only just been recently added to the vaccination programme or are currently ineligible for the vaccine. And an increasing number of these are linked to social events. So I know it's difficult when we're meeting friends and family, but please keep your distance where you can and wear a face covering if possible. Testing remains one of the best tools against COVID, particularly in terms of identifying cases, but choosing the right test can also be important. So if you don't have symptoms, please use the lateral flow tests, and they are available to people to test themselves twice a week. If you do have symptoms, then a PCR test is the best way to do this, and these can be booked online, and you can go in person to a testing site, or those can be delivered at home. As the virus continues to spread and cases continue to grow through this week, and I expect the next 2 or 3 weeks, do think about how you can minimise your own exposure to the virus by taking the simple precautions around hands, face, space and ventilate. Let's keep going, and let's do it for Doncaster.